of the 2024 options process, we've introduced 2 pathways within sport to reflect the individual talents of students. Both sport studies courses have the same exam content, and the content of the Outdoor and Adventurous Unit, Unit R187, is the same. When you study Unit R185, which looks at performance and leadership in sports activities, the pathway you selected would mean the physical activities you participated in were different. If we look firstly at the sports performance pathway, this pathway focuses on participation in games activities like football, netball, hockey, basketball, rugby, cricket, and many other games that students play both in school and outside of school. These games can be games that are played both individually and as part of a team. As part of your assessment, you'll be assessed in 2 games activities, and you'll also take on the role of leading a games activity. You'll need to design a training plan to develop your performance in one of your chosen games activities. More information about this pathway can be found in the information in the course content and in the way that you're assessed. The pathways that might follow after participation in the performance through games pathway would be slightly different to those in the creative pathway. This route takes you more into a sports coaching pathway, working with people within the games context, and possibly takes you onto those A-level or vocational qualifications within sport. If we look at the creative performance pathway, this pathway essentially uses sports like dance, trampolining, and gymnastics within Unit R185 when we look at that performance and leadership in sports activities. Practical lessons, you would be participating in dance activities, gymnastics activities, and trampolining activities. Depending on the group, there might be other activities that we also include as part of your assessment. You would be assessed on 2 physical activities and how you perform in those activities. You'd be assessed on your leadership of one of those activities. And then we'd ask you to complete a piece of coursework looking at how you analyse your strengths and weaknesses in one of those activities and devising a training plan in order to improve your performance. You would need to state in your options which of the pathways you have chosen. The titles of each of the pathways can be found at the top of each of the information leaflets. So the first pathway that I discussed with you, the one where we look at the games performance, has information about why to study it, and we can see that that one is the sports performance pathway. If you fancy going down the other pathway, and dance, gymnastics, and trampolining are more like the activities that you enjoy, and you're perhaps wanting to get into a career that involves more work within dance, being a dance coach, being a dance teacher, possibly being a choreographer, or working to support some work that you might be doing in performing arts, then the creative performance pathway is probably more suitable